Welcome to the hugening. May not seem like I got very huge, but trust me, I am the hugest. So huge, in fact, before we, before we, jump into story missions and advance the plot so that we can get even huger, we're going to stop by the hideout, as it were. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me.
What's your problem? Like to remind all cittadini that displays of public drunkenness and lewdness will only be tolerated.
I don't know why I'm going up. I think I need to go down. Yeah. Oh well. Pardon me.
The most distinguished clients grace this shop. The elite know where to find the best available merchandise.
ليش Eowakan Motlak Belkulun Mumkin. The wisdom of our creed is revealed through these words. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Later. Congratulations to that lady. She is now an assassin. Also, in perhaps the most messed up nonsense. For some reason, you can't handle your assassin business in your hideout. I don't know why that is. It's very weird. I feel like you could. I could have sworn that you were able to do that. There's my assassin lady. Hello. I thought there was a map somewhere. Or like a globe? I may have jumped the gun. Anyway. Let's go ahead and do a mission. maestro assassin. It's a maestro assassin.
Has he lost his mind?
Oh jeez,
Who did this?
this has gone real
That
bad.
monster, malfatto!
Did you see him?
That way! Oh, Nina, I told you not to come out here.
Healing potions, poisons.
Ladies.
Animale.
Pardon me. Oh Jesus. Pardon me.
You don't want this place?
That one. Get him. Yeah. You did it. I'm so proud. You murdered that multiplayer character.
Requiescat in pace.
Just close the eyes of the Plague Doctor mask.
Shit! The croppers are really going at it these days. What happened? Hey, two days. You're here, right?
Oops.
You will pay for that!
Do I need to step in on this? Are you good? I call it another one. Yeah, get him. Yeah. All right, that was a mission. In the interim, I need to send some dudes out on missions. Pardon me? Hello.
Hey.
That is not the door to my sick hideout. This is the door to my sick hideout. So I upgraded this one lady all the way to assassin. I guess I can't change her color anymore. So let's send those three out on a mission. Send you out on a mission. All right. The Hugening has commenced. The numbers keep going up, Grav. They just keep going up. This is a sad child sitting on a pier.
Bambino, why do you cry?
They're going to take my mama on a boat ride. They say I will go on the next one.
Who?
A man from the castle came with guards and arrested us. He scared me.
They are scary. But you're very brave.
Will you bring my mama
Yes.
back?
Died on me. I should look into that at some point.
Where did they take your mother?
Down that street.
Good. Do you have some place to go for now?
My uncle's.
Go there. Do not stop to talk to anyone.
Run away, small child. I must murder many people.
What happened? Yeah, now sure.
Stop him!
Why would you think this heavily armed man who just sprinted past a corpse is the one who killed the person who killed the corpse? It's crazy talk. Oops.
It fixed itself somehow, so now I can hear my PS4 again.
Yay.
Hey, Rico! Why would you act
I tried to go too quick, and then he spotted me. That's a bummer.
The Sienese banker Agostino Chigi will host yet another huge festa at
Whoops,
Messina
oops, oops, oops,
in
oops.
honor of his immense
Nope.
good fortune.
No assassin here.
The huge profits expected against loans to the Colonna and Orsini families will be celebrated.
Really look into that at some point. Are you dying on me? It's entirely possible. I mean, those things do run a bit hot.
I'm very dead.
We must ensure the kidnappings continue.
My children, Silvestro.
To secure his reign, Cesare needs to control the populace.
Requiescat in pace.
I love that my assassin lady just ran up to the guy, threw a smoke bomb, and then stabbed him. So that's the way you do it, honey.
Please, Valencia, Soon, all this will be behind us.
Excuse me. Oh, you can do that from here. I did not know that. Or I didn't remember that. That's good to know. Yeah, 13,000 florins. Pay me.
Are you suffering the infernal swamp?
Hopefully all my shit isn't breaking today. I was playing my Sega Saturn earlier, and in the middle of elevator action, it just randomly switched back to the like the disc with like the play CD and the outer space and all that.
Weird.
I don't want all my stuff breaking.
That's bad. Things shouldn't break.
Metal is made into fine art.
I know that's a problem people have had with the capture devices that they use a lot, that sometimes they'll just like freeze up and you'll have to restart them. So yeah, maybe mine's just overheating and on the way out. The Saturn though, I don't know what's up with the Saturn.
One man's coin is as good as another.
Alright.
Keep it up. The guards.
We have brought another lady to maximum assassin level.
ليش wakan mutlak بالكلون ممكن. The wisdom of our creed is revealed through these words. We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Nothing is true, everything is permitted. Oh hey, another one of my assassins is ready to become an assassin. How about that?
Stuff did you do?
I did a lot of stuff off screen, but then it just automatically did it because apparently I snuck in, and I just did like 3 at once. Apparently, my timing was such. But yeah, there was a lot of Assassin's Creed played this morning. Let's say.
Can you actually just like tape the joystick down and let shit happen, or do you actually have to do things?
You don't even have to tape the joystick down. Like, you can just stand around and accrue money and assassin levels. I was watching some Giant Bomb Infinite earlier and then barely paying attention to the screen, and when the little message on the left side said something like, hey, new money available, or hey, you cleared a mission, I would go take care of it, set up a new one, and then continue watching Giant Bomb Infinite.
Or level 4.
Surely there's no need to be rude.
As evidenced by my 4 maxed out assassin ladies. One person who's very close to becoming a maxed out assassin lady, and then these other people. Oops. And also, you know, would like buy properties and stuff, and collect chests, etc., etc. But yeah, there was a lot of standing around in front of the bank or the assassin tower and getting huge. I also off-screen grabbed a whole lot of viewpoints and did the Borgia Tower stuff, which is all basically identical. It's just go here, kill a guy, set a tower on fire, repeat. And that doesn't make for great internet television.
The one major alteration is regarding the minimum length of sleeve to be
It's you. Over here. It's you. Come here. Psst. It's you. Over here.
There's a man in a cardboard box.
It's
Or
you.
behind a cardboard box.
Leonardo.
I knew you were behind the
They have
breaking
cardboard?
at Sant'Angelo. It is good to see you,
It's
friend.
something.
Come here.
You can look at the cardboard box on the stream.
Forgive me. The Borgia have commandeered my services. Actually, they would
They
have
have
killed
cardboard.
me had I refused.
What do they want?
15th century
machines.
cardboard.
I have constructed weapons for all the Borgia guards and other terrible monstrosities besides.
I mean, I can't say I know for a
Very well
fact,
designed,
but
Ezio. Here, the names of the Templars overseeing their construction. Cesare intends to supply his army with my creations. You must dismantle them.
Grazie. I will take care of the plans and the machines.
There is far graver news, I am afraid.
I'm aware, Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, I know. I gave the apple to Mario.
I am sorry, Ezio. Cesare left it in my hands to study, to make it work. Then Rodrigo took it from me. I know not where.
I will recover it in time. Leonardo, I've lost all the codex inventions you once fashioned for me.
Remaking them will be easy. I never forget the design. But you must compensate me for the raw material.
Really? They're not paying you at Il Vaticano?
Very, very little. If we are to do this, we must appear to not meet at all.
A hand pointing.
It's pointing to where you should sit. So sit.
Yes, maestro.
So here's the fun Leonardo da Vinci merchants section, where Leonardo da Vinci just casually saunters up and is like, yo, do you want a double hidden blade? And it's like, yeah, I do.
Wait here. I will be back soon.
Have one of those?
I used to have one, and then when my villa got attacked, I only grabbed the one.
Oh, okay.
I can kill double the guards.
Desmond, I've scanned Leo's location into the map so you can keep track of him when he moves. To synchronize with Ezio, you will have to destroy Leo's machines. I've marked the whereabouts of the Templars
And that also
overseeing their
adds in some
construction.
new side missions
I'll
that are
update the
actually
map
pretty
when the
fun.
machine's locations
So
are
we will
found.
probably do them.
I can kill double the guards, he says.
And Leonardo da Vinci's like, what? Oh god, what have I done? It'd be really cool if I could find where he is again. I think I can just... Nope. Nope. Okay. Just gonna turn everything off except the Leonardo's real quick. Oh, there he is. I'm blind.
Does everyone play Yang? Yang is everywhere.
They just want to yang your chain. Excuse me.
Oh, that is impressive. Don't worry.
A real modern Romolo. Raised by wood to
It's a novel way to get about, I suppose. Whoa, it's a novel way to
Oh yeah, mission assault a spy was successful. Great.
What would you like me to make for you?
I would like you to make the climb leap glove.
Bailey, I will return shortly.
Now nothing will be out of my reach.
Let me guess, you need something.
Excuse me. I do, Leonardo. I need you to make me some poison darts.
I must return to my workshop. Wait here.
Thanks, Leonardo.
Just a small sting, and my enemies will fall.
Now we go back and we turn on, turn back on all the dumb little icons. Yay!
Look at this! One of
Borgia lapdogs! Your mastery! I also make a wide.
You got me good.
Ciao then.
Got destroyed in the blast blues.
Nice.
Unfortunate.
Was it by someone playing Yang?
Yes, because literally everyone plays Yang.
I don't play Yang.
Do you play ranked matches?
No. Why would
Mine
I?
at all. Yeah.
Why would I play against not friends?
Tournaments? NB esports?
Your friends, eh?
You saw how well that went for me last time.
That bad. I mean, clearly you're not playing enough ranked matches, but
My 6-0-2 Blaze Blue tournament record speaks for itself. Really, I just need to step it up in Evil Zone, because I bet I could make like top 4 next time.
yeah, I think we all got the potential there.
Actually, wait, what am I doing? Because the mission just ended. I'm like near in a tower. Oh, there's a coop on the way. That's fine. What up, little bird? We're gonna hold on because apparently there's a mission that is 19 seconds away from being completed, so we're just gonna chill for a bit. It's like we got 2 more people who are ready to become assassins. Which means we just have 2 people left. Wait, what? Why is there an invisible plot wall here when my next mission is past it? It's not how this is supposed to go. Also, when I say invisible plot wall, I mean very visible plot wall.
Hello there.
Hello.
I want to point out that when I tuned in, it was the TFP despairingly saying, "That is not how this is supposed to go."
That's a good...
So, how are things going?
There was an invisible plot wall, like, behind, or, like, in the path of where I was going to my next mission.
That's happened before.
And so I was like, that's not how this is supposed to go.
That happened when you were gonna murder Batista.
Yeah. I was going to do another Borgia Tower, and there was an invisible plot wall around the Borgia Tower. So I'm guessing what that means is that the next mission...
There will be a mission to take that Borgia Tower.
Yeah.
But you have your assassins, and
I
I'm
do.
assuming they're fairly huge.
All but 2 of them are maxed out.
Wow. How many assassins do you have?
7? 7 or 8. Not 100% sure.
How many do you need?
All of them.
More.
I can get 3 more, is the key thing here.
I'm assuming you have to just advance the game and whatnot.
You get 1 assassin per Borgia Tower.
Okay.
When you burn a Borgia Tower, it gives you a slot for an assassin.
Rad. Does having more assassins let you murder more effectively?
Or is
it more for the missions?
So you can send more of them on missions while still maintaining, because you need 6 to keep all 3 bars.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 assassins apparently, by the way.
Oh.
Which means you can get
And a
up...
kick-ass pigeon.
Yeah. And if I go back to my hideout, 2 of them will hit max level because you need to have the big ceremony.
Yep.
Where you fake burning their finger off and...
Weird.
Yeah.
Look, the assassins are into some weird roleplay shit. It's best not to worry too much about it.
That's a really good way of putting it. Oh yeah, also you've missed me meeting back up with Leonardo da Vinci, who gave me the climb glove so I can do this again, where you jump straight up, which seems weird that was a ability that I needed to talk to Leonardo to get. But, you know. I'm trying to figure out...
These are strange times we're living in.
Yeah. Leonardo was hiding in a cardboard box.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, did they have cardboard back then?
That's what Graf said.
That's my exact reaction. I was like, wait, cardboard?
I feel like that was a later invention.
It looked like a cardboard box.
Oh, whatever. He's Leonardo da Vinci. Maybe he invented cardboard.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
Not in Assassin's Creed, where everything is stupid forever.
No, make me mad. Everything is true. Or sorry, nothing is true. Everything is permitted. You're allowed to do whatever.
I feel like you were right the first time there. In the Assassin's Creed universe, everything is true.
It's like Deus Ex up in here.
Yes. It's actually fairly similar.
I went to a talk by Warren Spector, and it was like, so in making Deus Ex, every conspiracy theory I could find on the internet is true. and that was the plot of Deus Ex.
Yeah. It's a good plot.
Yeah. I would love to be able to climb up this aqueduct.
You seem not to be able to do that.
But hey,
So if they did a new Deus Ex, well, I mean, I suppose they did, but
Yeah.
I suppose in the canon there, it's everyone did 9/11.
yep.
Yes. Everyone except Saudi Arabia.
One. The U.S. government, the CIA, Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm. And it turns out that in the Deus Ex universe, that
The
birth certificate
Freemasons.
really was fake.
Oh, and then the fun thing that he mentioned was look up things about, I think it's the Detroit airport, and then I did, and boy, all that is all kinds of weird.
Is that a deep conspiracy hole?
Yes.
I think that pigeon is the best looking thing in this game. It's just a cool looking pigeon.
Yeah, it's a good thing, because, like, I'm just chatting with it a lot, because...
So are you trying to climb this aqueduct for any particular reason, or is it just a way to kill time while people are doing missions?
There's a viewpoint up there that I'm trying to get to, so that I can
Okay.
have more map.
It is just also convenient that it is killing time for missions.
Yes. I'm really trying to figure out how to climb up to this stupid aqueduct. Maybe I need to climb this castle?
So you said none of the other ones have, like, this kind of system? You
Not-
said Revelations does, right? Or something?
I don't know if Revelations does, because I haven't played a lot of Revelations. 3 has a similar thing, but the difference there is it's
Yeah,
all...
you said they're not random, they're
Yeah.
all set people.
Yes.
Which is a bummer because, like, this is the thing I really liked about Brotherhood, was going and getting my assassins and sending them on missions and whatnot.
Yeah.
And knowing that none of the other games apparently really did anything with that is a huge fucking bummer. Like, I thought Syndicate was going to have something like that, because on the back of the box it has this thing of, like, recruit and build your gang, or whatever.
But it's like take over territory, and then you just kind
You
of
just get dudes.
absorb.
You don't customize
Yeah.
dudes.
You just kind of absorb the other gangs.
Like, when I hear, like, you know, build your gang, I think, hey, actually customize your gang.
It's like Saints
In
Row.
some way, shape, or form. Yeah!
You
At
can't,
the very least.
but you can't really customize
Pimp-
your gang in Saints Row.
Pimp out... You can. You can choose what the actual models of your people are and what cars they drive and everything.
Yeah, but
You can customize them down to how they taunt people on the street.
yeah, but it's you get to pick their outfit, their car, and their taunt, and that's it.
Yeah, but, like, honestly, I would take that over the nothing that apparently all the Assassin's Creed games have. This one lets you pick their outfits.
Up until they hit max level, and then they get their.
Oh, do they get locked in at that point?
Yeah, they
That's a bummer.
They get locked into the assassin outfits.
Ah.
I
But can you still change the color?
no.
Damn it.
I am so stymied right now. It is moderately frustrating. I'm just gonna look this up. I'm gonna cheat super hard.
You're just gonna look for, like, a map that shows you how to climb this aqueduct?
Aqueduct viewpoint Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Are you sure you don't have to climb up somewhere far away and then make it to the aqueduct from there?
Oh, you have to rebuild the aqueduct first.
Oh.
That would do it.
Do you have enough money to do that?
I do, but the problem is the Borgia Tower is in the way.
Oh, right.
So we're gonna do this mission.
This whole thing has been a fruitless effort.
Yes.
Fantastic. But now we know.
But now we know.
And also your people did some missions on the side, so that was
Yeah.
cool. How huge has Ezio gotten in terms of equipment?
Not that much, because
Okay.
equipment is gated by chapter.
Ah,
So, like, because I didn't do any story missions off camera, because...
you've just got the best stuff you could potentially have in this chapter, I guess.
Yes. This is the truth. Where are those mercenaries? I saw them. Oh.
I do want to ask, from the bit I've played of Syndicate, it does seem pretty cartoony and ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
It, like, even in the modern day stuff, like, everything is just, like, slapstick, essentially.
Yes.
Like, is that just how the whole mood of Assassin's Creed is now?
It's definitely a lot less up to their own limits.
Okay, because that's the important thing. If the whole thing has now turned into what that opening bit of Syndicate was, then alright, fine. I'm willing to go down this dumb rabbit hole. Like, if it's Saturday morning cartoon style, then I'm fine with it.
I mean...
As long as they are not actually taking this shit seriously.
There's a part in Assassin's Creed Origins where you run into people who are trying to murder, like, this ceremonial crocodile, and you find a note that's one of the people left, and the note just says, "Why are we trying to murder, or why are we trying to anger the crocodile god?" So,
I mean, it's a good question.
yeah.
I just, like, there's a bit in the opening of Syndicate where, like, they're watching a meeting between two Templars, and it's one super obviously evil business lady
Yeah.
calls this dude on a video screen, and the camera that she is calling him on, I guess, is located in the table where he is doing evil autopsies.
Yeah.
Because it is just staring up at him covered in blood, and then, like, a hand comes up off the table and he slaps it out of the screen to continue talking about his evil plans.
Yes.
Like, if it is just straight up, like, the Abstergo are now Captain Planet villains, then I'm on board.
Yeah, pretty much.
As long as the assassins are similarly, like, dumb. And it seems that way. Also, I did not know that... Oh, also, hey, dude in the comments is back.
Oh, hey.
guy.
Hello.
We're playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood again and talking about other Assassin's Creed games.
Yep.
But, yeah, if the whole thing is just... I did not realize what their faces. Rebecca and Sean, spoilers, they're in Syndicate.
Yeah.
I did not realize they also had sick assassin training.
Yeah, they're assassins. Why would they not have sick assassin
I assumed they were just a tech team.
It's like the army. Everybody goes through basic assassin training.
Okay. Everybody can do a leap of faith?
Yes.
I just assumed they were, you know, tech and history team, and that's why people like Lucy and Desmond were around, was to murder people to keep them safe.
Fuck. This is a mission.
Oh, hey, you've got to go recover Leonardo da Vinci's machine gun.
Yeah, while being undetected.
Hey, have fun with that.
Yeah.
How many Remain Undetected missions are there in Syndicate?
I don't remember that many.
Okay, because I'm bad
And,
at that.
I'm going to give you a hot tip.
Uh-huh.
It's a very late game ability, but Evie gets an ability that when she stands still, she turns invisible.
Oh, good.
And that's really
He
useful.
becomes Drax.
Yes. Sorry, I'm gonna blow this full synchronization because I need to kill that guy. And also this guy.
Also, it took me a little while to figure out how the throwing daggers thing worked. So, like, the first few people I killed with daggers, I just leaned out from behind a corner and threw, like, 4 or 5 daggers in rapid succession into their backs. Turns out that's not how you're supposed to do that.
Oh, yeah, no.
It took me a minute to realize that it was not auto-locking, like, and that I could aim at the head even after the cursor snapped to the body.
Yes. Also, I love some of the gun designs that you get later on in that game are amazing.
I'm still stuck with basic equipment because I just made it to London.
Yeah.
And, like, I got to the part where, like, they're like, huh, London sucks, and then Jacob just jumps in, like, into frame, and it's like, let's build a gang.
Yep.
And Evie's like, what? Why? Like, why did you decide to do this? And he's like, we're calling the Rooks. And she's like, no, that's a terrible idea. And then he's just constantly talking about this rad gang he's gonna build for like the next 10 minutes.
So
while everyone else is trying to ignore him.
So Jacob and Evie are kind of my favorite Assassin's Creed main characters.
I like their, like, early thing of, huh, the guy who trained us seems like a bitch. Let's go liberate London.
Yeah.
It's like, like, why not? Let's just go do it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, London's under Templar control, just like every other city one of these games has ever happened in.
What if
So
we
fuck
just...
it, let's just go do it.
Yeah.
What if you just go kill everybody? We're assassins. It's what we do. Let's have sick street races and carriages.
Yeah. Oh my god, horsey, please.
Although I had a really weird bug the first time I loaded the game, where, like, apparently it's related in some way to Ubisoft's, like, weird weekly rewards thing, I'm not sure. But whenever it was on the train sequence with Jacob at the very start, like, the game would just freeze up about every 4 seconds to load in more terrain. So it was like 2 seconds of frozen time as terrain loaded, then 4 seconds of gameplay, then 2 more seconds of things freezing, continued for the entirety of that train sequence.
That's really weird.
It was really bad, to the point where I, like, turned off the game and turned it back on, and apparently that fixed the problem. But other people apparently had that problem, and the only way to resolve it was playing offline.
Weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, odd. But...
So I'll keep that in mind for when we hit Syndicate, because...
yeah, if something like that occurs.
I have not played that game since launch. And, well, since launch in a couple of DLCs.
Mm-hmm. I was considering getting some of the DLC stuff. Because technically I got the Gold Edition, but I got the Gold Edition used, which means all of those codes were used, which means the Gold Edition is just the normal edition. You get nothing without the codes.
My hot pro tip for DLC, because I assume you got the PlayStation version.
I did, the PS4.
I think the
So
Dreadful
I was
Crimes...
wrong, I had Black Flag on PS4. For some reason I thought they had the PS3 version.
Dreadful Crimes, I think, is PlayStation exclusive, or I love the Dreadful Crimes. That is like one of my favorite DLCs, period, in a while. And I heard good things about the Jack the Ripper one, which I'll probably and that'll be a fun bonus.
Yeah.
And then there's the India one.
Oh, the Last Maharaja or whatever. Where you play as Jinder Mahal.
Yes. The modern day Maharaja. Where you call in the Singh brothers and then the Temple are like, oh no, I can't handle this.
I was having just, like, earlier, just the thought of, like, alright, so on the WWE roster, who's the most likely assassin?
Dean Ambrose.
And then I realized, oh, really?
That's what I would say.
Oh, okay. Because my immediate thought was, like, before I even finished thinking that, I was like, oh, well, no, it's Neville.
Yeah, that too.
If there's anybody on the roster who could do a leap of faith, it's Neville. Like, that's just, he's him. It's him.
Yeah. Also not WWE, but Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay would find a way to land directly on his neck from the leap of faith.
Yeah, but also
I feel like you can't trust him from that height.
Yeah, but look at that dude's entrance gear.
True.
And tell me he's not just way into Assassin's Creed. The weirdest wrestling gimmick.
Eddie, you are there.
This is a long turret sequence.
I'm not sure you could say anything is the weirdest wrestling gimmick ever since Okada had just came out wearing balloons.
Balloons with happy faces on them.
Yeah. Well, he needs them because he's personally so bummed about not having his belt.
Many of these things are there.
This turret sequence is still going.
Yeah, this is longer than I remember it being.
Hold! You do not! All of you will die!
Granted, it has been a long time since I played Brotherhood.
Even
Also, I just realized that you're riding in a carriage full of explosive barrels.
Yeah.
Il mondo è migliore.
So we can do that.
Also, I'll say something about Syndicate that I feel like I would probably not say about a lot of games. I feel like that game could stand to have a larger tutorial at the start. Like, for basic controls and whatnot.
Oh.
I had a real hard time getting the hang of the free-running up, down, and forwards thing, and also the, like, countering gunfire during combat and things of that nature.
Huh.
I had a hard time figuring out how that stuff worked, because it's been a very long time since I played Assassin's Creed. Like, maybe they just expect you to have played all of these, and to kind of just know how the controls work.
Entirely possible.
Also, there's a serious balance problem in that game.
Like, what?
Evie is so much cooler than Jacob.
This is true.
It's not even fair. She's got the cape, she's got a cane sword.
I mean, to be fair, you can give Jacob a cane sword.
That's true, but, like, man. To start off with, I mean, like, holy shit.
Yeah. Evie is definitely... And also, like, that thing where I mentioned that Evie gets a power that just lets her turn invisible, Jacob's equivalent power gives him more health.
Oh, well, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
That is much less cool. I'm gonna say that right up front.
Yeah.
Like, if you told me that Jacob gets an equivalent power that gives him super armor and, like, a command grab, then I'd be down. But, like...
Health.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like being tanky.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't mention it earlier because we were talking about something else, I don't remember what. But, man, it is really cool when you call out all your dudes and they just jump on a bunch of people and murder the hell out of them and then leave.
Yeah. It's
like, there's the
fun.
bigger version is when you hold down the button to get, like, the arrow rain or whatever.
Arrow Storm, yes.
Yeah, that thing. But that's way less cool.
Because you don't see your people. Like,
the fun part to me is explicitly where you, like, find a spot and hit the button, and all your dudes jump out of nothing. Like, as though they had been hidden there all along.
to be fair, I maybe broke it a little bit, because when I called them in earlier, I was in, like, straight up a field, and I whipped the camera too fast, and I saw my people materialize. It was like, oh no.
But I like the idea of them just running in from off-screen or popping out of any given doorway or hay bale. Because it makes me think that the whole time you've just had, like, these however many assassins just trailing behind you, constantly hiding whatever's available. Just waiting for the signal.
Also, I feel like we've had this conversation before, but man, are you going to be so psyched for Rogue?
Oh? Oh, right, is that the one where you're a Templar because the assassins are shit?
And there may be assassins just chilling in hay bales.
Yeah.
And they are just like, there's like a heads-up display that's just like, hey, if you wander near here, you might get got. And then when you walk past a hay bale, just a random dude just pops up and shakes you.
See, that's great. I love that. I think Rogue is probably the Assassin's Creed game I should play. I've heard a lot about Rogue, and everything I've heard about it kind of makes me like it a lot. Mainly for the idea of, like, man, fuck the Assassins. Templars are where it's at.
So that's kind of fun. Rogue in Syndicate. Rogue gets brought up, or the modern day events of Rogue get brought up in the modern day events of Syndicate.
Oh, I think you mentioned this.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah, because you said that the main plan of the dude in Rogue is really stupid.
Yes.
And that in Syndicate, they're like, man, that plan was really stupid.
Yep.
And I appreciate that.
Future Assassin's Creed spoilers. The entire bit of Rogue is the Templars going through and finding an assassin that defected to a Templar, and then they like uploaded that guy's story into the assassin server and be like, hey, check this out. You guys aren't so cool. And then you just find a thing in Syndicate that's like, well, I mean, that happened, but no one cared. It's like...
It was not a very good plan.
It was not very well thought out.
The Templars' slander backfired.
35,000 more fans go to Assassins.
The Assassins.
I got a lot of money in the bank.
You do.
We're gonna withdraw some money from the bank.
What are you gonna do with all that money?
At some point, we're gonna buy some landmarks, which, admittedly, is maybe
Is
not.
one of them the Aqueduct?
I've
Or did
bought
you do that already?
I've bought a couple aqueducts,
Okay. Well, you
so-
said there was that one you had to buy to rebuild.
but I also need the Borgia Tower to be
Right.
available, and that's still
Oh,
not happening.
right.
So they have a bunch of landmarks, and they seem to not give a lot of money. Like the Pantheon was like 30,000 florins, and it gives me 110 per 20 minutes.
Well, to be fair, they're not selling shirts at the Pantheon yet.
Yeah, true.
My wares are good and my prices
Like, you didn't install a gift shop in the Pantheon, so what money are you even getting? How is the Pantheon even making you money?
We got a nice postcard business.
Like, unless you've got a fountain out front for people to toss their shit in, like,
What have you
yeah.
made?
The Pantheon has no
All of
money
our
making
secrets.
anything going on.
I took the
Not until it
lead
becomes a
in
tourist
setting up
attraction, and
means
it's
of
not.
communication with
Yet.
our recruits. We send orders via carrier pigeon.
Oh, here's
Thank you,
Machiavelli giving me
Machiavelli.
the
Bartolomeo sends his
map
apologies. The
in
French
the
have doubled their assault.
hideout.
Claudia.
Also, I watched the Quick Look
Alright.
again. This is where like the
I have a
Quick
plan
Look
to
starts.
deal with the Borgia.
Oh, okay.
We can either go after supplies or Cesare's followers.
I should watch that
My
quick
plan
look
is
again,
to
because I
attack
totally
forward.
forgot about that. Yeah, that is. I remember this cutscene actually from that
Cesare
quick
will
look.
lose his army and return without his men. So, I ask you, where does he get his money?
Mostly just because I remember whoever that redheaded
Okay.
lady is.
Agostino
That's Caterina
Chigi is
Sforza.
the Pope's money.
Right.
But Cesare does business with someone else. As of now, all we know is that he is called the
We know that he is called the
I know
banker.
someone who owes the banker money. Senator Egidio Troche comes in all the time and complains.
Oh yeah, also I killed the
Bene.
Plague Doctor
And we'll
multiplayer
follow up on
character
that lead.
earlier.
French soldiers
Oh,
are guarding
okay.
the road back into the Castello.
Oh yeah, sick Lucha Underground
Cesare
spoilers
arrives,
because I
he
missed
will
like
never
the
get
first half of that show.
I
Yeah.
intend to kill the French
Apparently
general.
Cortez Castro got
If
eaten by
dead,
Matanza.
Bartolomeo
Oh.
will have the French
Yeah,
men
which is a
defense.
bummer. Apparently
They
he
will
was
abandon
the
their
start of
posts
the
on
episode
bridge.
Sacrifice to the
Even
Gods.
with those troops gone,
uh,
the Faithful Guard will continue to
Let's
protect the
see.
inner gates.
Apparently
There is
Evilise had a
side
match against
entrance.
Joey Ryan.
Lucrezia's latest play
that went
thing,
great.
Pietro has a key.
And
Castello.
oh,
Come
it
see me
was
later.
Mil
I will have
Muertes
my thieves ascertain his
versus
location.
Cage.
Yes.
But Pentagon interfered in the match by just like being in the stands with the crowd at one point. I'm not even sure how or when he got there. It was just like they went into the stands for part of the fight, and then one of the fans was just Pentagon, who roundhouse kicked Cage in the head, and then Cage got pinned, and then Pentagon was like, "Hey, fuck you," and then left.
Also, now all of my assassins are maxed out, but I need to
Nice.
I need to leave the hideout and come back so we can do the cutscene.
You have to leave and come back for every cutscene.
No, thankfully
Okay.
it will just do all of them at once.
You just see one assassin do it and just assume you did it for all of them.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
are you going?
I am of no use
It is
to
still a
anyone
bummer they
else
get
for
locked
me.
into a single
I
outfit
leave
when
to
they
be with my
master
children
everything.
and await the restoration of my lands.
I wish
Like,
you would stay.
I like customizing
You
my
are the
dudes.
leader of the assassins now.
Like, if I'm
unite
gonna
them,
wear a
Ezio
cool
and Tori,
colored outfit,
and
I should be able to
take
make
back
them wear it
Roma.
too. Like, I'm the leader of the assassins. That should be my prerogative.
See, that was my secret. Was I was going to
Victoria,
keep all the
yes.
trainees in white, and then when they reached Master Assassin, I would switch them over to, because one of the colors is the Wetlands Ebony that I wear.
Okay.
Also, hey, that's sequence 4 complete. We're almost halfway through this video game.
Good job. That didn't take long.
It didn't. Although there
What was that? Sorry, you roboted.
I did, and also apparently OBS freaked out for a second.
Oh.
All right. I spent the morning getting huge.
Ah. I spent the most of the day at work. But now I'm back. So I'll probably play more Assassin's Creed later. Although I'm not sure... Because I kind of want to give Black Flag another shot, but I feel like I should play more of Syndicate as well. Just to get a better feeling for how Syndicate's going.
Yeah.
I'm still really early in that game.
I like Syndicate. I like Syndicate a lot. I feel like this is no, but, you know.
Yeah.
I also mend quiche necessities.
On a scale of, like, Assassin's Creed 1 to Syndicate, how seriously does Black Flag take itself?
Not very.
Okay. That
Like,
will probably make... I remember liking the opening bit of Black Flag, where the dude literally just finds, like, a dead assassin, and is like, I'm just gonna steal this guy's shit.
Yeah.
And bluff my way through everything. That sounds like a good time.
Edward is also real good. I'm a big fan of Edward.
Please come back anytime.
I'm kind of bummed that in Syndicate you were not playing as an Abstergo game developer. But I guess they can only use that so many times.
Yeah.
So what is the like, modern day whatever for Origins?
You are a Abstergo scientist.
Okay.
And there's more to it, but we'll get there.
Well, yeah, but there's always more to it.
Yeah. I kind of hope it's still that lady, because I actually really liked the future lady that was in Origins. Wow. It's like,
Pleasure, sir. Come again.
what game are we talking about again? Oh yeah.
I'm really curious about Odyssey.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably pick that one up.
I hope it's good.
I also hope it is good.
It looks.
It has more stuff in it that looks interesting to me than a lot of previous Assassin's Creed games have.
It looks
and
like
it is in a setting that I like.
Yeah. It looks like Origins was really popular, so it looks like more of that, like to a almost ludicrous extent.
Like
But-
maybe a bit too much.
I wouldn't say too
close.
much, but like all the heads up stuff is straight up Origins. Like
ليش wakan mutlak بالكلون ممكن. The wisdom of our
also
creed
here, lady.
is revealed through these words.
Congratulations. You did it.
We work in
We're
the
gonna
dark.
Mime
Serve
burning
the
off your
light.
finger.
We are assassins.
It's really silly that you still have to go through with that.
Nothing is true.
I thought in like 2, like they put a brand on Ezio on that finger, but like when you watch that cutscene, it looks like they hang the metal like over it and then they move it forward and then close it, like so her finger's just like in the weird open bit. So I don't.
I think maybe they are actually branding the finger, and it is just bad cutscene modeling
Might be.
or animating or something.
Also, I don't think the finger brand thing comes up ever again.
Like, maybe after Ezio passes the assassin thing on, everybody's like, yeah, that was dumb. Let's not do that anymore. That hurts.
Yeah. It's very
Like,
painful.
that hurts, and also, like, you can't go on a mission for, like, a week afterwards because your hand is healing.
Look at that. All my ladies be fully assassins.
Nice. Good job, Bill. Except for the 3 whatever's over there you don't have yet because Borgia Towers.
Yes.
do you have a favorite assassin lady?
It's like asking me to choose my children make me mad. I love all
You
my...
know any of their names?
One of them's name is Zeta. One of them's name is Laura. And that's about all I got.
Okay.
It's like a bet or something, which is a weird name. Do I have enough money to buy this weird landmark over here? Let's find out. I feel like there may be a Cassandra.
No, apparently the CD Projekt guys have announced, hey, we're probably going to make another Witcher game at some point.
What?
Yeah, go figure.
What? If I don't have the money for this, I feel like now's as good a time. I do not have the money for this. Now's as good a time as any to talk to good old Copernicus.
He's in this?
Yeah.
He comes from Prussia. I hear he studies at the Vaticano.
I have forgotten a lot of
Words are
Brotherhood.
unlike anything.
He's one of the DLCs.
Oh, that would explain it. Oh, also, I was reading up on those... I've already forgotten her name. Christina?
Yes.
The lady in the recollection memory things. Ezio's ex.
Yes.
Apparently, she actually got killed in the Bonfire of the Vanities. Like, they just retconned that into this game.
Weird.
It is why we live, to ask questions.
Kill him quickly. The Master wants all the scholars silenced by nightfall.
If the Borgia are involved, then so am I.
Gotta defend Copernicus. Oops. Oh no!
Did things go bad immediately?
That went really bad very quickly.
Oh no! You stabbed so many civilians. Why did you stab all those civilians, TFP?
It's fine.
I like that you called in your people to watch you murder all those civilians.
Yeah. It's fine.
Like, alright, watch the Master at work and just stab an old man in the back.
Calling in so many ladies that we're just tanking the frame rate. We have so many ladies.
Apparently Capcom is making some kind of animated 3D Monster Hunter movie.
They're also making a live action.
Oh, weird.
Thanks, Paul W.
Oh god, you're right. I forgot about that again.
Which one is it? Paul W.S. Anderson?
It's one of them. It's the Resident Evil guy.
Yeah. I don't... There are too many directors named Anderson. And with very similar first names. Because there's Paul Thomas Anderson, Paul W.S. Anderson, and Wes Anderson.
Man, there's a lot of guards.
Yeah, there's like 2 minutes worth of guards.
Oh, is it just survive for 2 minutes?
Yeah, it's...
I thought it was kill all the guards within 2 minutes.
No, it's...
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. I don't think it's Wes Anderson because that's the one that I like. that does the like the Moonrise Kingdom and assorted other movies.
Who
I
are
don't
you
know anything
that
about
defends
directors.
without cause?
One who believes in freedom.
It's me,
Ezio Auditore da
Ezio.
Firenze.
Ezio. They call me Niccolò Copernico.
And that guy's like, it's
I
me,
have heard
Copernicus.
your name spoken at the Borgia court. But now I have proof that you truly exist.
Il Vaticano welcomes you. Yet, you are under attack by its guards.
You think me one of them? Truthfully, you would be right. Yesterday, I was.
Oh, hey, yesterday he was a Templar.
And today,
The Templars wanted me to keep the findings of my experiments hidden.
And Ezio's like, wait a
That
minute.
I cannot do.
the Borgia
I should
hunt
probably
for
stab
you
this
and your
guy.
friends.
My fellow scholars? The logic of such a purge escapes me. I'm Copernico! But we will discuss reasoning later.
Follow me. Andiamo.
How's your parkour, Copernicus? Bad. Got it.
Does something ail you, friend?
Copernicus is the only man in Rome who cannot parkour. Too much time studying.
Yep. Not enough time jumping off things.
Hey, bravo.
God surely smiles
Oops.
Speaking of physical incapability, I had a really weird experience at work today where I was carrying this, like, box that wasn't particularly heavy, but was large and unwieldy, and then, like, just had a huge popping sensation in one of my arms, and it turned, like, bright red, my whole forearm, and burned for about a minute, and then went back to normal.
Weird.
And is now totally fine. But it was kind of upsetting for a minute there. I was like, huh, something bad probably just happened. But then it's okay. So whatever. It's probably fine. It's been a few hours and it hasn't fallen off yet, so I figure that's probably okay.
That's probably a good sign. Boy, the little icon for Copernicus is freaking out.
Seguimi.
He's back there somewhere.
Yep.
Have faith.
You will be safe here.
Unless you got
What
caught
of
on a
the other
rock.
scholars?
How do I know I can trust you?
How do you know anything? Knowledge gathering is a dangerous enterprise. Easier to stay in place, learning nothing, than to risk in order to truly know.
All right. Enlighten me.
Take these letters to the scholars. They must be informed of the threat to their safety.
I did it. I reached safety in under 3 minutes. Hooray.
Good job.
I Copernicus and good. Yeah, let's continue with the Copernicus.
Might as well.
Yep.
At least until these decide that, you know, you have to advance the main story to get to an area.
Yeah. Stealing somebody's tomatoes. And now we fast travel.
Just last month, the
Oh boy. This is a very short amount of time to get to the next place.
Have you lost all reason?
The Borgia are
Run away!
I will hide.
You have
Thank
like
you.
6 seconds. Go! Run away! You have like 12 seconds. Go! Oops. By me, by me.
The recent outbreak of syphilis has
Oops. Oh jeez.
Take this. It is from Copernico.
Grazie.
Alright. I did it. I like how full synchronization has delivered the 3 letters in under 3 minutes, and I feel like the time limit for all of the letters was under 3 minutes. So like
Basically impossible to fail.
yeah. Excuse me. One of these days this stuffy nose will go away, I swear.
Is there a reason for this lunacy?
Hey, what are you on about?
Pardon me.
What they said, why
I've fresh sheep's urine and rosemary poultices for your body.
Where are you at, scholar? Oh, there you are. Hello.
This is from Copernicus.
Thank you.
I thought there was another Copernicus mission. Nope. It's right there. I found it. I hit decline. I meant to hit accept. So my secret is another thing that I've been doing is, you know those Link to the Past randomizers that they make? I found one that makes it for Pokemon. So I've been doing a Pokemon randomizer for funsies.
Oh, I've done a few of those. There's like a weird thing that just works on any Pokemon ROM you insert into it.
That's the one that I found.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I'm just gonna mess around with this. And so I, just for being the first one I could find, I put Pokemon Emerald into it, because why not? So my starter selections were Squirtle, Grovyle, and Absol.
What'd you go with?
I picked Absol.
Of course.
Come on.
What'd you name it?
The same thing that I've named all of my recent Pokemon starters of Yakushiji, because Persona references.
Ah, right.
Obscure Persona references.
I was about to say not that obscure, and then I was like, wait, actually, probably, yeah. Fairly obscure. But then...
yeah, on Route 101, on the first routes, there were Deoxyses?
That's probably a problem.
I caught one.
Oh.
There's also a Zapdos on Route 103 that I also caught. So my other secret is I may be cheating a little bit, and I found like Game Shark codes. So like, I gave myself infinite money and instant, like, all my Pokeballs work. Because I just want to mess around with it. I'm not, you know...
You're not taking it seriously.
I'm not taking it remotely seriously.
It is for fun, not for glory.
It is, yes. I'm not one who's into, like, the Nuzlocke, whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, the major reason I like those randomizers is it seems to be the easiest way to just get the maximum amount of Pokemon available in a game.
Yes.
Without trading or other versions or whatever.
There's that, and there's also, like... There are ROM hacks that will do that.
Yeah.
Like...
And I thought about that, but I realized the randomizer is honestly probably just an easier way to do the same thing that I wanted.
Yeah.
Which is just let me catch everything.
Because I remember playing through a ROM hack that was like Pokemon Emerald 386 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it tweaks all the evolutions and puts wild Pokemon in places that basically mean everything is catchable and everything is evolvable. So like you don't have to trade for anything or...
Yeah, the randomizer had a thing for that as well.
Yes.
Would make trade evolutions level based.
Yes. It's a very useful thing.
It is.
Because it's hard to do trades on an emulator.
Yeah, difficult to say the least.
Turns out. Oops. The lady dropped her lantern. She was so shocked by this man jumping in a well.
At least these civilians react to things.
Dude, it's London.
No, I get that, but there was literally, it's like I sneak into this guy's office, jump off a raptor, and stab him in the neck. And there's just a lady sitting on the couch 5 feet away. She doesn't even move. She's just sitting there, Not even a gasp of surprise, where did this flying assassin come? No, it's whatever. It's cool.
It's London.
I stabbed multiple people behind, children, and they just kept cleaning the floor, whatever.
Well, the children are if I don't keep cleaning the floor, then they're going to beat me.
And whatever, work for that money, kids. You were paid to clean this floor. Clean the fucking floor. Don't half-ass it.
Child labor laws. What are those?
It's London. Who cares? Those are British children. If they're lucky, they'll die young.
I now own this sick palace.
Nice. What is the name of said sick palace?
The Palazzo Senatorio. The Palazzo Senatorio.
Oh, so you just bought the Senate?
Yes. I am the Senate. I'm still missing something here in the Centro District. What am I missing? Unless it's just all the... Is it all the chests? Oh no, I'm missing the Mausoleo di Augusto. Which is probably also very expensive.
Probably. It's another landmark thing.
Yeah. And guess what? Those are expensive.
Go figure.
And they also really just don't seem to give you that much money per... Which is really weird.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. It costs a lot of money to restore a historical site, but it's not exactly drawing in cash.
So whatever, man. It's just... Don't these ancient Romans know anything about historical tourism? It's going to be a big business. We're getting in on the ground floor.
In the future, yes. As it stands right now, traveling to Rome to go see all the landmarks is a little bit less practical for a large portion of the population who might like to do that. Because most of them are farmers and or dead.
Or both.
I said and or.
That's true. Copernicus is sad.
As he should be.
All letters are delivered.
At least he's not in jail.
It's true.
While you were gone, I determined the most likely source of these.
The master of the sacred palace.
Who is that?
Is Copernicus sending you to a boss fight?
I think so.
Religious philosophy remains pure. He never liked my studies to begin with. Now that I have crossed the Templars, he has clearly retaliated.
Where can I find him?
Beep.
Cardinals typically congregate.
Is that a harmonica?
Follow one of them.
I don't know.
The master likes to greet each one. Perhaps you will hear more conclusive evidence.
Oh, have you done any more of the dumb Romulus layer things?
No.
Okay. Are you just not going to do that?
Probably not.
Okay. I was kind of hoping you get the armor because it looks cool, and the dagger because it's good for stabbing.
I think I have the dagger.
I don't think you can get the dagger without getting the armor. They're a set.
I have the bone dagger of Romulus or something.
Yeah, but it's like it's not a bone dagger. It's it's the dagger used to kill Caesar. It's like a little Roman short knife thing. And when you equip it, you get special stab animations.
Yeah, in that case, maybe.
All of your executions turn into really hardcore face and neck stabbing. More than normal.
Oops. Hello, excuse me.
What is the weapon selection like in Syndicate, by the way?
So it's divided up into 3 types.
Mm-hmm.
You have your cane swords, which are fast but don't do that much damage. There are kukris, which are slow but do the most damage. And there are cestus, which are the middle ground.
Brass knuckles. Yeah. Okay. I kind of wish you had a wider selection, but, you know, it's Victorian era. Melee combat is kind of by the wayside at that point.
And I mean,
not as many people carrying around long swords in the streets.
You got Bartitsu.
Excuse me?
Bartitsu. It's the martial arts that Sherlock Holmes is a master of. That was someone told Arthur Conan Doyle. I think it's supposed to be Aikido, but apparently Arthur Conan Doyle like heard it as Bartitsu or something weird.
For some reason.
Yeah, like there's some weird story behind why Sherlock Holmes is a master of Bartitsu, which is a completely that is not a word, Arthur Conan Doyle.
Also, you know, had I thought about it back at the time when I was packing all the stuff for that SGDQ trip, one of my computers currently, my monitor, is propped up at the proper height by a book that is just a bunch of short stories about Sherlock Holmes by different authors, and also of like detectives that were inspired by Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
That would have made a good present. But I also forgot I had that book because it is currently propping up my computer monitor.
It is serving a valiant purpose.
Like, it's the Sherlock Holmes story collection, and then on top of that is the complete works of H.P. Lovecraft, and then my computer monitor.
Okay, it said target located, but I don't... Oh, that one. Whoops.
My monitor is propped up by really good books that I will probably never read. Also, I am just drowning in books that I will probably never read, and I'm going to a new bookstore that opened tomorrow to buy more books that I will probably never read.
Nice.
Is that the dude you gotta murder?
I don't gotta murder him, I gotta tail him.
Oh, okay. Dang. That makes this way less easy.
It does.
It sounds like you say you could just hold down the murder button.
I could.
Or tap the murder button.
That's the great thing about this game, is it's like, how am I gonna kill that guy? What if I just hold down this button that kills everybody on the screen?
It's a pretty good button.
It's a really good button.
Make me mad. If you're going to be a hoarder, there are way worse things to hoard than books.
That's true. I'm just really hoping the bookstore that I'm going to tomorrow has an anthology section. Because Barnes & Noble's anthology section was disappointingly small and limited. Because it was only sci-fi. Well, sci-fi fantasy. Still disappointingly limited. If I'm going to get a short story collection, I want it to have way more dumb bullshit than just sci-fi fantasy. Although, you know, that's also good. And in retrospect, it turns out that I did not, in fact, have fairies versus robots. So I really should have bought that while I was there.
It's a great name for a short story anthology.
It was, yeah, no. Like, because that's the thing is, I saw it and was like, oh, I'm gonna get this shit. And then the more I looked at it, the more I was like, wait, I'm pretty sure I have this, because this cover looks really familiar, and also the name is really familiar. But apparently it was available in some Humble Bundle that I did not acquire. Which is weird, because I've bought, like, every one of their sci-fi anthology book things that have popped up. So I really thought I had that one. I even went back and checked to see if it was one I had bought and not yet claimed for some reason, but nope. But oh well. Maybe they'll have it at the store tomorrow. And if not there, then maybe that giant book sale they always have here once a year. Which I need to check the date on that, because last year it was surprisingly early. Okay, it is November 1st through the 4th this year.
Doesn't seem
over
bad,
110,000 books.
That is a lot of books.
80 categories.
This sure is a tailing mission.
The first day you have to pay to get in.
And then the rest of the days are just a madhouse.
The rest of the days are free admission, which means it's going to be packed.
Nothing.
But also for the first 2 days, there's no sales
Inundating
tax.
the people with their theories. We can barely contain the populace as it is. I have dispatched my best guards to deal with them. I trust they will make quick work of it.
I must stop them.
But also on the first day, you cannot do the thing that I always do, which is the bag of books. Which is pay $10 and then as many books as you can fit in this gigantic paper bag you can buy for $10.
Time to locate and kill all executioners.
Also, on the last day, there is Moonlight Madness, which is $10 fee, and then you just as many books as you can box up and take home in 2 hours.
Nice.
Which I assume is the actual madhouse. I've never been to that, but I assume that is the part where people are just getting punched over books. Which, to be fair, is my kind of party. I will kill a motherfucker for a good anthology. Or, honestly, I will kill a motherfucker for a bad anthology as well. I just really like anthologies.
Why is this guy running?
Why is he running?
I don't know. Can I call in? Oh, hello.
I feel like even if you called in your dudes, they wouldn't be quite fast enough. This guy's booking it.
He is.
Can you, like, shoot him?
I caught up. It's fine. And,
Okay.
and I called in my people as he just stopped moving, and then...
He just decided he'd had enough.
Yeah, I'm done. You got me.
He ran for a while, but, like, it's not worth it. Also, the first 2 days of that book sale are totally days that I have off work anyways, so that really works out.
Nice.
Although, actually, by that time this year, I might not have those days off. My schedule may have been changed.
Well, we'll cross our fingers and hope for the best.
Yeah. I mean, there's a frankly absurd amount of position shuffling happening amongst the stores right now, so it is absurd things are happening in terms of who is running what store.
Nice.
We are very quickly approaching the point where the store I am at may have an assistant manager and 2 cashiers, and no actual manager or night manager, which will be fun to figure out how the schedules are going to work at that point.
Hey, buddy. That was, like, I just fell on that guy, like, straight up. Like, there was no grace in that assassination. That was just, oh god, I'm falling off this roof.
Sometimes you just gotta kill a guy. I'm not even sure you stabbed that guy. That was just like you landed on him. Just pancaked Mario style.
I think there's a trophy in...
R.I.P. Mario.
There's a trophy in one of these games for, like, killing people by landing on them.
As in air assassination, or literally just, like, jumping on them?
Literally, like, jumping on them.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong.
You could be. But instead, let's just take your word for it.
Yeah. I'm an Assassin's Creed expert.
Yeah, if you're wrong, the comments will correct you.
Exactly.
If no one in the comments corrects you, then that means you were right.
Exactly. That's how this works.
Nice jump. Are you just, like, mashing the medicine button every time you get hurt?
Yeah, well, I
Okay,
mean...
because that was a really fast health recovery, so I wasn't sure if you healed yourself or if you just don't take damage anymore.
You don't have to mash it, you just press it. And then it's just like, oh. Yeah.
It's just, like, instantaneous.
Yeah, it was like...
Are you just very used to hitting the healing button?
Yes. It's also, you know, left on the D-pad, so it's just like, oh, while I'm recovering from this, I can't move, so I might as well take my finger or my thumb off the analog stick and heal like that.
Yeah, just mid-fall.
Just like, oh yeah, this is gonna go bad for me.
I got nothing left to do but prepare for this landing.
I did not kill all the executioners in under 5 minutes. Been dinking around too much. I would have thought, you know, being up on that...
Also,
really...
I have not seen it. Does Eevee do a cool cape flip like Ezio?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
Damn it!
I think the only cool, like, motion is when you do the crouch with Jacob. He will very stylishly remove his top hat, and then... Oh, there he is.
I read a thing saying that he had a collapsible top hat that he keeps in his jacket.
Yes.
That's cool.
It is. It is very cool.
Jacob, that's the thing. Eevee's way cooler than Jacob. Jacob is still a cool guy.
Yeah, like, I like both of them, but I definitely like Eevee more. Also, one thing that I realized...
Well, the thing is, I think I like Jacob more, but Eevee's cooler.
Yeah.
But I think I like Jacob because he's not as cool.
He's kind of goofy. He's a goofball.
I like that guy.
Yeah. Also, one thing that I did not notice until earlier today when I was getting huge. Do you remember that weird scene where they murdered the prostitute and it looked really bad?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently I turned blood off. And because because Assassin's Creed 2 didn't intermingle with my digital save, but because this one did, I turned blood off, and so that's why that looked so bad.
Ah, that would explain some things.
I've turned blood back.
But wasn't Ezio totally bleeding when he got shot earlier in the game?
He had blood
like his
on
model
him.
after he got shot. I'm pretty sure it had blood all over the shirt.
Yeah, but it, like, blood didn't shoot out.
Okay. These wanted posters would be way more effective if they were at ground level.
They would, but, you know. If they put them at ground level, then Ezio would see them and remove them, make me mad. Money.
Also, is it just me or does Eevee stab a lot of people in the dick?
Hey, it's an effective stabbing target.
It is, but like the heart and neck are right there. She also, I'm not sure if it's intentional, seems to stab a lot of people in the ass. Maybe she's just stabbing a bit low for some of those models. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of ass and crotch stabbing with her.
I don't remember that, so...
I feel like in the early level, it feels like it's either like very lower back or like directly in the butt cheeks for some of those guys.
I know like the hanging execution or the hanging assassination in that game is very much stabbing a dude in between the butt cheeks and then flipping them.
Rough.
Yeah. So I guess there is more. There is a significant amount of butt stabbing.
Also, that game, I don't know what exactly it is about the UI that is making it hard for me to find the like optional challenges and missions. But there was an optional challenge in like Evie's first mission where you're dealing with like the crazy mad scientist guy. And there's the big lab, and the optional thing is perform an air assassination on him. But for whatever reason, I didn't see that at all. So from just like completely across the room, like half a mile away, I just like, chucked a dagger right between his eyes. Which then made the following cutscene really weird, because it's like Evie standing next to his controls while everything starts to blow up. And it's like, I was like next to the door. I could just leave. But no, I had to do a dramatic escape sequence.
That horse just appeared out of thin air.
As they do.
Yeah.
That's why Del Toro doesn't trust them.
They're horrible creatures.
They're the fucking worst.
Man, I love Del Toro commentary.
I love that rant about horses. It is one of my favorite things ever.
It is so...
Also, man, Pan's Labyrinth is a really good movie.
I've not seen it. I've just seen that one commentary clip of him ranting about horses because...
It's so good.
You are right.
But yeah, you should watch that movie if you
Master
get a
intends
chance.
to kill you.
I will not let his bullying stop my
I
research.
highly recommend it.
Oh, there's an
Right,
eclipse.
there is an eclipse. I intend to...
I have not seen as many Guillermo del Toro movies as I should have
the
seen,
master hunts
but that is my favorite of them.
Better to die enlightened.
I mean, to be fair,
than
I've
to
seen
live in
4
ignorance.
Del Toro movies,
His
I
end
think.
will come much sooner than yours.
I feel like I have seen also 4.
I've seen both Hellboys, Pacific Rim, and The Shape of Water.
Okay, I have seen like 5 then, because it's like Pan's Labyrinth, the 2 Hellboys, Pacific Rim, which somehow I forgot was a Del Toro movie for a minute there, and his weird old movie Kronos. Kronos is a fucking weird movie.
I haven't seen Blade 2.
Oh wait, no, I have also seen Blade 2, so like 6. There's all these movies that I forget are Del Toro movies.
Like Blade 2?
Yes, like Blade 2. Which, of course, that's a Del Toro movie. Ron Perlman's in it.
Yeah. That's not the one with Triple H, though.
It is not. That's Blade 3. Blade Trinity.
That's the one with CGI's Wesley Snipes.
Yes, it is. It's the one with, fuck, like a vampire Pomeranian?
Sure.
But it's like the Hellboy 2 vampire, so it's like a Pomeranian with a predator mouth.
Oh, that's gross.
It's weird looking. Ryan Reynolds fights it. Because, hey, also in Blade Trinity, Ryan Reynolds is basically just Deadpool.
Doesn't, like, wasn't there some story about Wesley Snipes just hating Ryan
Silencing the
Reynolds?
truth will not
I think
stop
Wesley
his
Snipes
friend.
basically hated everybody for the duration of Blade 3.
They will
I mean, that's
believe
true.
what we tell them
He
to
refused to
believe.
open his eyes
I have
for a
sent my
scene.
best man to find Copernico. You are already dead.
That fucking gif of the CG eyes Wesley Snipes
Requiescat
is so
pace.
bad.
It's so good. I love the CGI's Wesley Snipes.
God.
How can you not love the CGI's Wesley Snipes?
I mean, pretty easily. It's kind of terrifying to look at.
Yeah.
That is some uncanny valley shit. And if you needed a reminder...
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It's so dumb.
It's one of the dumbest things ever. To this day, I'm still not sure if Blade 1 and 2 are good movies, but they are enjoyable.
Danato! We're losing him! There he is! Ah!
How did those two people live through the arrow storm? That's not how this is supposed to go.
I think there was a pillar in the way.
Oh.
Too many columns. So, man, you really should have found Copernicus a better safe house.
Not marvelous.
Oh, check out that sick
You should
eclipse.
not be so emotional. You will find it all makes more sense that way.
Perhaps.
Cesare thinks himself the center of it all, but he circles the periphery with the rest of us. Did you know that the sun is most likely the midpoint of the universe?
I don't think the sun is
Not
the midpoint of the
Earth?
universe, but you do have a point, Copernicus.
I see the movements of the moon and stars, and yet I can only observe. So much is unknown to me. This age of reason is but the beginning of an end I will never see. Someday we will be able to influence this world, to exploit the power of human will to harness light and perhaps even travel into the heavens. But
Copernicus is psyched
I am
about
getting ahead of
science.
myself. First, we must see the sun spinning at the center.
I believe what you say is possible.
You should not accept my word. Not until I have proof. Soon.
He is way
Buonanotte,
into it.
Ezio. And thank you.
So, man, that 2 hours flew by.
No, was that 2 hours?
It has been 2 hours.
Oh.
Thereabouts.
Which flourishes only when it gets
Let's see here. Since we're right here, we'll do the Leonardo's Machines mission.
What's the weird glowing gold mission down there? Or whatever that glowing gold icon is on the map.
I think that's the Romulus layer that I already
Oh.
got.
Okay.
I think.
I thought it would be something more interesting.
Oops. That was amazing. Oops. Nope, put that there. And do that. And then...
How about him?
That went real bad. Real fast. I shot that man in the face, and that was not the man I was supposed to shoot in the face. And since we're here, let's as well. Ow. All right. Tank.
Oh, right. I forgot Leonardo da Vinci invented the tank.
Do not take damage while in the tank.
You know, you'd think that'd be fairly easy to accomplish.
One would think. Didn't say I couldn't. Oh, damn it. I got really excited because it was like, yeah, I don't have to
Those who attempted to steal from treasure
be undetected. And then, like, as I was running at someone to stab them in the face, it was like, by the way, don't get detected. Because that's how this goes. Yoink. Yoink. Wait a minute. This is...
So I went to Goodwill's online auction site, and I'm browsing through it, and there's some really interesting video game stuff here.
Oh?
First of all, there's this lot of, like, actually, like, in great condition SNES RPGs that's already over $400 in the bids. And then there's a ton of video game consoles, which they pronounce console. Well,
yeah.
Like Spell Council, rather.
Where are the
Yeah.
plans for the weapon?
Game console without cords or controllers.
The device itself?
I am not
PlayStation
sure.
1 game
But you need
console.
3 people to work it.
Come with me then.
No,
I'm going to assume that their online auction
they're in a cell across from the plant.
is run pretty much the same as ours, in which case it's run by a lot of people who probably don't actually know what they're dealing with half the time. Most of the things that end up on that are determined by Googling something and seeing what the price is on Amazon, and then going, yeah, we could probably auction that.
Yeah, the prices actually seem alright. It's just, like, the condition clearly varies widely, and in some cases, yeah, they clearly have no idea what they're putting up.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you
We got, like, a $200 board game today in, like, perfect condition, everything's still wrapped in plastic. That was weird.
I really like how I could still open the weapon wheel while I was in the you messed up.
Flashing red, you have fucked up state.
Yeah. But luckily it checkpointed me. So I just have to do this part. It's awfully convenient that they always put the blueprints like right next to a torch. Oh, hello. Sir. Nope, sir, fall forward. Oh boy. Sorry, I just need to... Can I... No? Okay. Alright, we're just gonna leave that guy alone.
Where is Da Vinci's machine?
Follow us. They have hidden the path, but we discovered the entrance. Get him! On him!
Murder ball. Murder ball. Oh, jeez. Murder ball. Oh,
is the murder not going as well as you expected?
the murder ball is not quite so ball-like. It's basically just...
Oh. I forgot you can't call in your buddies for these.
Yeah. Which is lame. Because my buddies are rad.
Xbox 360 Connect CENSOR.
I'm actually looking at the online auction site right now myself, and there's an Xbox One S 1TB model 1681 whatever, sealed brand new for $199.
That's still not a great deal.
Yeah, it's an Xbox One S, so you know.
If you have a 4K TV and need a Blu-ray player.
Oh, Xbox One, I was thinking 360.
No, yeah, Xbox One S.
I will find a way.
It's like a good place to get an original Xbox if you want. They've got a zillion of those, and they're all like $10.
Yeah, we get a lot of old consoles. Usually without the proper wires and whatnot is the problem.
It's not necessarily.
Well, yeah, it's not a deal breaker, but.
Oh, right. I'm remembering this mission all of a sudden. I'm remembering this part being somewhat annoying, I feel. Which is always a good sign when you're like, why do I remember? Oh, yep. Yep. That. I remember that. Where if you just hold forward, like, you're just boned because that will mess you up. Oops. Nope. Seidel. Use that upper body strength, that's you.
There you are. I know.
Don't test me. I will lower the bridge.
A bunch of dicks those mercenaries are. Like, that actually wasn't as bad as I seem to recall it being. But then again,
Leonardo
2012,
expects me
I
to
would have
maneuver these.
been
No instructions, of course. Forward!
much younger.
There.
I've already failed not taking damage while in the tank. Also, this tank just looks like one of those enemies from Persona.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I just remember how silly they look when flipped over. And also that in Persona 4 Golden, in the Heaven Dungeon, these things were super annoying, except that all of Naoto's new skills made them super easy to murder.
Oh yeah, man. I love Persona 4 Golden.
Persona 4 Golden's really good.
You know why I love Persona 4 Golden?
Because Naoto is basically the best party member.
Yeah.
Yeah, they drastically increased her usefulness from the base game.
Yeah, I remember in my first playthrough I had Naoto in my party, and in the final boss she was just like, I use items every turn.
Yeah, and then, man, you want to know what's really broken in Golden is... Because from the hot springs, you get Invigorate 3. And then if you give her the thing you get from the bonus boss in Heaven that cuts the AP costs in half, Invigorate 3 heals more SP than a Dyne skill uses.
Nice.
So... So yeah. It also makes the Hollow Forest way easier because you can just stall for turns while Naoto gets invigorated and then nuke people, and then you don't worry about the part where you lose half your stuff every time you enter a fight.
Yeah, that was an interesting dungeon.
Ours can be injured.
Surprisingly not as difficult as I expected from the restriction they put on you there.
Yeah, there are ways around.
Yeah.
Just a few more shots!
I messed up that tank. Up your doors. Oh man, there are 3 tanks. Ow.
You are crippling Caesar's army!
Up those tanks.
3 GameCubes.
What's up with thrift stores and 3 GameCubes being the default number of GameCubes? Because I bought 3 GameCubes for $5 at one point from a thrift store.
Weirdly enough, I don't think I've ever seen a GameCube come through the store.
No, I wish I could keep you.
GameCubes.
Also, if anyone needs a GameCube. I don't know if they work because they don't have cables. and I never bothered to unhook my GameCube and check them because whatever. But
But you've got them, and that's the important part.
yeah.
I also like this part of the online store just labeled Depression Glass.
That's actually a thing.
It is. But it's a funny category.
Yeah. My parents collect depression glass. Anyway, we did a bunch of side stuff and some main stuff in the Assassin's Creed.
You did. You completed the DLC thing, I think.
Yeah, we did the entirety of the Copernicus Conspiracy DLC. Although, we did just get some, bank deposits. So we're gonna lose.
I was gonna say, did you get anything for the Copernicus DLC?
Money.
That's it? You didn't get any cool armor or a cape or anything?
I don't think so.
It's kind of a bummer.
It is. Hold on, that guy's running away very quickly. Holy crap, look at that guy go.
I'm surprised how many of these Game Boys are like original big-sized beige Game Boys and not like no pockets, no colors.
I never had a Game Boy Color. Fun fact.
I had one.
I have
A lot of Game Boys out there. Nintendo did sell a lot of those.
both my brother and sister had one, which means I now have two. Of like the original beige ones. And then I also found a Game Boy Pocket at a thrift store, so I have one of those as well.
Oh, hey, speaking of books, Humble Bundle just sent me an email for a new comics bundle they're doing.
Oh.
And for the $1 tier, you can get all 3 volumes of that really good Dungeons & Dragons comic that got canceled after 3 volumes. Yo, that Dungeons & Dragons comic is super good. You should probably get that bundle. It's $1.
Oops. Oh god, okay, there it is. When I was at... So I went shopping earlier today with my sister, where I ended up getting an NES Classic because it was there. They had some Dragonlance cartoon or something, and it had Kiefer Sutherland and Lucy Lawless in it. That is all.
Yeah, sure, why not?
We're gonna go see if I can buy that one mausoleum, and then get 100% completion of the Centro District. Oops. Oh boy. Excuse me. Sorry, guards. Gotta go. I can, in fact, buy the Mausoleo di Augusto.
Nice. Also, I was curious about something.
Yes?
And you might have the answer. Is
Yeah.
it possible to add something to your Steam wish list or otherwise be alerted that it has gone on sale if you already own it?
I don't think you can.
Okay, that kind of sucks.
Dummy Steam account or something.
Yeah, that'd be the only way, I guess.
Um,
You can follow it, but that would just give you news. I'm not sure if that would tell you when it's on sale.
I think...
It would if they announced it was on sale, I suppose.
So, somewhat recently, while dinking around on Steam, because they added those, like, weird publisher pages, I followed Sega because it seemed like the publisher to follow, and the great thing about Steam is that if you just follow one thing, they'll stop hassling you and showing you, like, all of them, generally speaking. So I was like, yeah, I'll follow Sega, so you will stop hassling me about this. And they've started emailing me about new Sega releases, which is really weird. I got an email like, hey, Shining Resonance is out. Okay. Anyway, I've renovated 100% of the Centro district. Rome is 67% rebuilt. It's 2/3 of the way. And we'll call it there. We'll probably not get huge in the off-screen in between this and the next part, because there's not a whole lot to get huge by.
Yeah, you've already maxed your assassins, so
And
that's kind of the thing to get huge about.
Well, because I still have these 3 Borgia towers, so...
Oh, right, you do gotta get that.
So once those happen, then there will be another get hugening, and we will get even huger.
Maximum huge.
Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the stop streaming button. So.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.